When I think of the online side of GTA 6, the thing that I keep going back to is what should it actually be like now? GTA Online has been around for a very long time, and at this point, it is not just Grand Theft Auto multiplayer anymore. It started as people loading in, causing chaos, racing, doing jobs, robbing stores, surviving public lobbies, and eventually pulling off heists. And that was the beauty of it. But over time, it turned into something way bigger, almost into its own crime sandbox MMO in a way, where you're not just doing missions, you're building an empire, buying properties, managing businesses, stacking passive income, and basically creating your own version of a criminal career. And really quickly, if you're as excited for GTA 6 as I am and you enjoy these deeper discussions and speculation videos, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe for all things GTA. But the transformation part of Grand Theft Auto Online is why the next version seems very interesting to think about. Because depending on how you look at it, GTA Online becoming what it became is either one of Rockstar's smartest moves ever, or one of the reasons the mode can feel bloated at times. On the good side, it gave people a reason to stay for years. It went from basic jobs and heists to CEO offices, import-export businesses, biker businesses, gun running, nightclubs, agencies, salvage work, laundering fronts, and now even smaller legalist jobs. Rockstar even added career progress for onboarding for new players to more clearly track all the different criminal lanes players can build through. That's a huge part of why the game had such a long life. There's almost always another thing to buy, another system to unlock, and another route to build. But at this same time, I think we all know the bad side too. The game got bigger, but it also got heavier. Now, it feels like a lot of the player base is trying to separate the stuff we genuinely love from the stuff we tolerate in Grand Theft Auto Online. And there is a reason. Things like repetitive business loops, cooldowns, inflated prices, and progression systems that can feel like they are wasting your time on purpose. Sometimes there seems like there's too much of a grind, too much emphasis on PvP chaos, too many systems that feel like reskin versions of the same buy supplies, wait, and sell product loop, and too much friction for solo players who just want to engage with the world without getting griefed every 10 minutes. Now that is where I think the GTA 6 version has a huge opportunity, because I do not think the answer is to throw out everything GTA Online became. I actually think Rockstar should keep a lot of the thinking with the current systems, businesses, fronts, passive incomes, properties that unlock gameplay, repeatable crime work. All of that makes sense to me. That stuff clearly works. What I think needs to change is the way it all feels. The next version should feel less like a stack of disconnected update systems, and more like one coherent world where all the money-making, criminal careers, and side activities actually fit together. And that is why I think the best version of GTA 6 Online is one that leans harder into criminal lifestyle instead of just criminal chores in a way. I do not just want buy business, steal supplies, wait, sell, repeat again and again on a new system in a new world. I want the businesses to feel more hands-on, more physical, and more alive. If I own something, I want to feel it in the world. I want to walk through it, upgrade it, see people working there potentially, make choices that actually affect how it runs, and maybe even decide how legal or illegal I want the whole business to be running overall. Now, one of the more interesting ideas is to bring back business ownership. It should feel more like running an operation and less like checking boxes on a timer. That is exactly the kind of thinking I hope carries over. I also think world events could be one of the coolest things Rockstar does with the next version of Online. Now, I'm kind of torn between the ideas with this one, but what I mean by this is not just rotating bonus week or the kind of small free mode distractions we already have now in Grand Theft Auto Online. I mean bigger things happening out in the world that make Leonida feel like an actual place people are sharing together. Rockstar already experimented with free mode events in GTA Online currently through things like business battles, air checkpoints, and kill lists, so the basic idea is already there for them to utilize. But with GTA 6, I think this could be pushed way further. I also think Rockstar should take the parts of GTA Online that make people feel powerful and keep those as well, while ditching the parts that just feel annoying and repetitive. For example, one of the best changes they made in GTA Online was letting people do business activities in invite-only sessions. That was such a big quality of life upgrade because it meant players could actually engage with the systems without every sale turning into a griefing roulette wheel. So for the GTA 6 version, I would love to see Rockstar build around that from day one. Let people choose the kind of online experience they want. If somebody wants chaos, put them in the chaos. If somebody wants co-op grinding, roleplay, or just cleaner business building experiences with friends, let that exist too. And speaking of roleplay, I really do think this has to be the part of the conversation now. Rockstar bought CFX.re, the team behind 5M and RedM, back in 2023, and more recently they publicly supported NoPixel 5.0 as part of the future of GTA RP. That does not automatically mean the GTA 6 online side is going to launch with some giant official roleplay mode, but I do think it kind of changes the conversation. Rockstar would have to be blind not to see how much people love using these worlds for jobs, routines, housing, player-owned businesses, criminal crews, police work, and all the smaller social stuff that turns a sandbox into a place instead of just a battleground. Now, I'm not a huge fan of RP, but there is a huge player base, and there is a reason why it is a big part of GTA Online now. Now, that does not mean I want Rockstar to turn the whole thing into a hardcore RP sim. I think the sweet spot is lighter than that. Give us better social systems, better houses, better hangout spaces, better crew identity, let clothing, cars, interiors, businesses, and neighborhoods potentially mean a lot more. Let players build routines, let some players focus on nightlife, some on smuggling, some on legal front, some on racing, some on boats, some on music, some on hunting or outdoor stuff. Point is not to force roleplay, the point is to support more ways of existing in the world overall. Right now that feels like one of the clearest lessons from both GTA Online and the 5M scene. People stay way longer when the game lets them live in it, not just grind through it. Now, another thing I really hope the next version does better is activities in everyday world texture. One reason GTA Online lasted is that it slowly became more than heists and PvP. You can feel Rockstar inching towards a broader world through all the extra businesses, the side hustles, and even odd jobs. So with GTA 6, I'd love to see the online side feel more like a full social sandbox from the start, not just robberies and races, gyms, sports, bars, clubs, boating, fishing, events, legal jobs, criminal jobs, random world systems, and enough smaller stuff that getting on with friends or solo does not always have to mean what's the fastest way to make money tonight. I think a huge part of making the next version better is making it fun even when you are not optimizing it. The economy is another huge one because let's be honest, GTA Online made a lot of players think about money in two completely opposite ways. Early on, money felt exciting. Later on, it often felt exhausting. Prices went up, the grind stretched out, and for a lot of people, the fantasy shifted from building a criminal empire to running the same efficient route over and over so I can afford one more item. I really hope GTA 6 version is smarter about that, and I want there to be a lot to buy, but I also want earning money to feel varied, and I want expensive stuff to feel like something I choose to chase instead of something the economy bullied me into grinding for. Basically, keep the long-term progression there, but stop making progression feel like a tax. And if I had to boil down what I think GTA 6 Online should look like and what I would like it to look like, it would be this. Take the ambition of modern GTA Online, but make it feel more natural, more social, more alive. Keep the businesses, but make them more hands-on. Keep the money making, but make it less repetitive. Keep the scale, but make the world itself more useful day to day. And give players room to specialize. Give crews more identity. Give solo players a real path. Give the roleplay crowd better tools. And give the chaos crowd a place to be chaotic. And most importantly, make the world feel like something people are living in together and not just farming for the next buy. Now, honestly, this is one of the most interesting parts of the whole GTA 6 conversation to me. Not just what the single player will be, as we all know it's going to be amazing. Super excited about that. And I'm primarily a solo player. I like being in my own world. But what Rockstar does with the online side, after everything GTA Online turned into over the last decade, some of what that mode became was genuinely brilliant. Some of it definitely wore people down, so the next version does not need to throw all of that away. It just needs to feel like Rockstar learned from it, and if they really do take the best parts, the criminal fantasy, the businesses, the freedom, the social side, the world detail, and the long-term progression, and clean up the worst parts of it, then the GTA 6 version of Online could end up being way more than just GTA Online. It could feel like the first time Rockstar has actually had the tech, the audience, and the experience to build the online world they were always headed towards. So let me know, not only what do you think GTA 6 Online is going to look like, and what would you like to see return, and potentially things that you may not want to see come back in GTA 6 Online. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. This is the best way to help me and the channel grow. Subscribe for all things Grand Theft Auto 6. I'd love to have you in the community, and as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.